God, wrong button. Hello, all right, everybody. It is Saturday. We did it. We survived. You made it to the stream. I'm so glad you made it here. Let's do what we were gonna do today. Maybe not as exciting of a stream day as normal, but we're gonna make some art. We're gonna do some 3D modeling in Blender today. So I have that all set up. I've been working on it a little bit, but hopefully this will be the next iteration of my Vtuber rig, and it'll be good to go. So let's get into it. We're here. Hopefully the audio is not too loud. Might turn it down a little. All right. So I've got my rig here. I'm in wireframe mode, and I also have my reference I need visible. I censored them so YouTube doesn't bot me, but I want to be able to do different clothes on the model, so it's a birthday suit. So deal with it. But it's so we can see all the proportions correctly. I started blocking out the legs. The legs are pretty much done. I'm working on a hand, and then I gotta do the chest and I think the ears in a rough block. I might change the music real quick. Let me see. What do we want to listen to? Because, like, this is waking me up, but I'm not barely vibing with it. Sure, we'll just go with house. Some house music. What's better than that? The model, it had legs! It always had legs! It has always had legs. I got too much shit growing up for not drawing the other hand, that now I have to put legs and hands on my rigs. Although, with it being a 3D model, I may actually be able to have some hand tracking. I tested out Warudo last night a little bit with like the standard model that they have preset in Warudo. Warudo is the application that takes your face input data from the webcam. So right now I am making wonderful faces at the webcam, which is currently an iPhone 12, because my previous rig had V-Bridger tracking on it. AR tracking can just be a little bit more accurate, but I had the tech, so I'm going to use it. I have an app on my iPhone that then sends information over the internet to VTube Studio, which is the application that runs your VTuber model. For 2D, VTube Studio is only 2D. Warudo is like a 3D version where you can have like 3D environments and items to interact with and all that stuff. It seems really cool. I'm hoping that I can run it well on stream. Regardless, I need to use 3D for work quite often. Not quite often, but it's going to become quite often. And it's not something I was necessarily super familiar with, other than like need to get it done type stuff. Like I took a base 3D female model rig and then adjusted the settings with like a slider to match my VTuber's proportions, and then I used that by giving it bones again. And I put the bones back in, and I had to kind of dumb it down because Clip Studio Paint can use 3D models, so I was using that as a reference for drawings as well. And that worked really well, but it is not at all suitable for actual VTubing. And I've done a little bit of animation, and I've done the 2D rigging, so between all of that, the base knowledge for what I need to do is there. I just haven't done a lot of the execution part of it. So right now, I'm just trying to get the palm sort of situated here. Oh, no, we don't want another loop cut. I'm still a little clunky on all the tools as well. Just a little, but that's okay. This is a rough. It's okay if it's a little freeform, I think. Like the hand is not fully lined up. So I think I'm gonna set it up down here and then just scooch it upwards in the layout so it fits a little better. Cheeks. Look at those cheeks. I had fun putting them in. I still need to put the front of the pelvis in and maybe add a little stuff in the back, in the cracks there, because the back proportions aren't quite right. But we're cheeked up. We are very cheeked up. Even in wireframe form, the cheeks are inevitable. I think we'll shrink the width down. I don't like it, but I'm just freeform dragging because it feels better. I have some hotkeys for like move along the X, Y, and Z axis. I just don't want to do it right now. Because honestly, we're pretty much, I decided I'm pretty much gonna what's called retopologize the whole model. Which it's when you see all these like patterns here right now. That's what's called your wireframe. And it's essentially saying like, this is how many quads or polygons your model is going to break up to. And it's real messy right now. We're literally just trying to get it into the proportions it needs to be in. And when you have more polygons, it's a little easier to just like abstractly smoosh things in the right direction. But it does also mean that you have to then go in and tell the program, okay, we don't want that many polygons on it because it's going to run like garbage. It's going to kill my computer. It will explode on the spot and rebel against me. And this is why the robot uprising will happen. But if we fix our polygons and we reduce the amount, the robot uprising won't happen because we'll have satiated its requirements and, you know, been kind to the computers and not made them overwork. Right? That's how it works? I think that's how it works. I don't want to go that way. I didn't think about this because I don't have the hands drawn from a side angle. Here's what we're gonna do. We're just gonna turn off everything and then turn stuff back on and hope that it's at least like the red. Great. Good, good, good. And then, yeah. And then we're gonna just shrink her back. And this is where I am gonna deform it on a path because I want it to be fairly even. And we're gonna pop back to the front. And look, it still has the same shape in the front. And now it's got a similar shape on the side. Great. We do actually want this a little farther up, a little wider. That's fine. Great. Okay, so that's gonna be our palm. I think I'll do the thumb next. Do the thumb. I'm trying to wake my brain up to think what I need to do. I need to add mesh cube. Look, there's a cube. We're gonna keep it in object node for now. And we want to give ourselves more planes to work with, more space, more smushing available. So we're going to subdivide it to 3. And then I want to go back into edit mode because I want to try and keep the origin of everything right here in the center. Because if I move it, and this is one thing that it wasn't really like super well explained in some of the guides I watched, but if I move it, hey Idiot Fox, thanks for the follow, welcome in. If I move it in object mode or like scale it or use the like G to move or anything like that, it will move the origin point. But if I do it in edit mode, it keeps the origin point down at the center. And that means that if I mirror it while the origin point's down at the center, everything will flip along the center line across the middle of the model. And that makes it a lot easier to mirror like full limbs, so I don't have to sculpt everything twice. But if the origin point gets moved, we kind of lose that. So we want to keep it the same. Oh, and I'm going to turn optimal display off. Optimal display is a checkbox that essentially just lets the program render less of the model. So it's not showing you the full wireframe, it's showing you like a simplified version. It helps to keep things processing faster, but we kind of want to be able to see that wireframe to do what we're doing, so we're gonna just shrink her down. Up we go, and to the right. And then do I want to do, like ideally I would have done this outside of this setup, but for now what we'll do is we'll add, I kind of have an idea of how to do the thumb, so we're going to add 2 loop cuts. I think I can do it from here. Control R, there we go. 2 loop cuts. I'm just scrolling up. So it starts with 1, and you scroll up on your scroll wheel, and it splits it along it. So that's great if you don't want to do just half, half, half all the way down. You can do thirds, which is nice. And I can actually adjust the length of those, which is going to be really helpful. So if I don't click down a second time to confirm my loop cut, I can actually slide that loop cut down and slide the proportions down. So that'll be helpful considering the base of the thumb is going to be a lot longer than the rest of it. Let's shrink her down a little. And I mean, I'm just going to have to, I'm going to move it back into place anyway. I'm just going to free slide it for now. And then we're gonna scale this part of the thumb up a little bit and maybe bring this up along the z-axis to get the width. And then grab both of them. How's everybody been doing though? This is gonna be a chill day. I got a lot of work to do. I've been procrastinating working on this, and I did actually stream a good bit of the first and second iterations of my VTuber rigging and art creation process when I originally did it, but it's been like 2 years since then. So, and I think I didn't stream on YouTube at the time. I don't think I did. So this is YouTube's first endeavor with me making art all that much, other than the occasional drawing stream. The drawing is very scuffed for the design because I didn't feel like redrawing the character 5 bajillion times. Yeah. What we'll do is I'm actually going to leave that with for now. I mean, if I want to get real particular with it, I feel like I can... No. If I want to get real particular with it, I could actually I could just shrink it and just do that. And oh, I need to do that. Slide that out, and then shrink it down again on there because it was a little wide. This looks so silly. Just gotta accept that it's gonna look silly. It's all gonna look silly. That's okay. But hey, look, we've got a good bit of the thumb shape going there. I'll probably go in and nudge some of the individuals more into line. I might put another loop cut in. I want some kind of like a dip in general shape, like there. I want another. Yeah, I want one more loop cut. I want you to kind of dip in a little bit. And I already know this is gonna be, the hands are gonna be my hell mode nightmare. Sculpting, rigging, all of it, I'm gonna hate my life. But we do things that we hate for art. And when have I ever been someone to stray away from a challenge? I always say, be bad at things. Make sure you do the things that you are bad at so that either you are aware at how bad you are at them and know who to ask for help, or that you can improve, because we can always improve. This is going to be a little rough in for the fingers, I think. Yeah. Is, do I want to, I think I want to shrink this on the width a little more. I feel like maybe I should just like box model the fingers. Who knows? Maybe not. Feels so scuff. That's a little better. That looks kind of like a thumb. It looks a little large for a thumb, but getting there. Hey, look at that. I mean, what we can do, take these and start putting some bends in them, but I kind of don't want to put too many bends in the fingers right away because I'm a little worried that it'll be hard to retopologize. So we're honestly, I'm flying very, very blind. I'm flying so blind right now. I should have drawn the hands. I should have drawn them. Oh man. only drew them from the side angle. This is what you get for being lazy, kids. Well, that's okay. Next, we're going to add object mode, add mesh cube. We're gonna do it again. We're gonna subdivide to 3, and then we're gonna turn off optimal display. We're gonna switch to edit mode so we don't move the origin point. Shrink her down, move her up, and over. And then we're gonna, I'm trying to think what a good way to do this is. If I add a loop cut here, it kind of gets a little more tube-like. That. Maybe I'll try this way. Control R. There we go. I have to not be on the loop cut tools for that to work, apparently. That'll do. Great. We're gonna thin along. Thin this out. Actually, I think I need 4 for this to line up right. Let me do 4. Yeah. All right. General shrinking down of the thingy. And that will rotate it. Scoot it over. And I'm literally just going to attempt to get the bends into place. That's all I'm trying right now. We'll work the rest from elsewhere. I'm just gonna maybe mimic. And then I'll line it up. Whole thingy. Out. Even thinner. That's a very thick, large finger. Wow, look at that tube. Wow. Okay, actually, that's not that bad. It kind of, maybe, almost looks like a hand. A little long. Let's do that. I'm gonna be real with you. I'm probably just gonna duplicate the fingers. One, I get one that's like okay. We okay. Well, it changed the color. Parrot. I just want to change the color. Okay. Fine. We actually probably want to go in And shrink. And shrink. And shrink. And shrink. And then pull that up. Maybe rotate it. Not like that. Probably not like that. That's fine. You know what? That's fine. And actually we can probably bring this out a little more now. Just a little. These fingers look jank as hell. We'll fix it in post. We'll fix it in post, right? We'll fix it in post. Hey, Anno. How's it going? Welcome in. Welcome to the Aqwah doesn't know how to 3D model and decided to make an entire damn VTuber. What could possibly go wrong? Although I think the statement is more things will go wrong, and we're just gonna roll with it. Oh my god, look, it's a finger! It kind of looks like a finger. Yeah, they do be sausage fingers. They are super sausagey. Hopefully I can fix that in the sculpt mode. If not, I am just going to chop the hands off and box model it. But that's okay. I came in fully prepared for that if required. I'm gonna bring this back more because that's kind of where the joint would be. Maybe that was a little much. Too much. Like I should maybe put another one in there, but I feel like that's where the natural joint would end. I'll put one more loop cut in. I hope YouTube won't bonk you. I hope so too. I hope. I think it's fine. I've seen worse. And I put it under like how to and create, and it's art. It's art, YouTube. It's art. I promise it's fine. That's fine. Actually, just let me do that. And then I can just shrink down the end a little bit. Hey Knuckles, how are you doing? Happy Saturday. Glad you survived. Glad you can make it. Thanks for showing up, hanging out. I'm honestly just looking at like the silhouette right now, and it looks okay. I think I'll probably have to widen the... Don't look at it that way. I'll probably have to widen the palm to make more sense, and then it'll make sense. Fingers! Fingies! Oh my god, it kind of looks like a hand. Oh my god! Are you all? You all are not in the scope category. Get in there. Wrong. You're in the wrong section, buddy. What's going on here? There we go. Alright, it just got a little weird. Unity bean hand? I'm trying. I don't know how the beans work. Guys, I barely know how to draw hands. Y'all are teasing me for the bean hand. We gonna sculpt it. It's okay. We'll fix it in sculpting. I'm gonna retopologize the whole thing anyway. I can be a little better when I retopologize it, but for now, they're beans. They're beans! Gonna stay beans. Why is it being weird about which thing I have selected? I need the big cube. There we go. Oh, it's okay. Oh, I need you. Greg, hello. How are you today? I know, and we are. Will you select the right thing, please? Thank you. We are also making art. Making art. I think I'm just gonna widen the hand and then shrink the whole hand down. I'm so bad at hands. This is sucks. Hands suck. Hate making hands. We be making art. Huh? Now, if anybody knows I'll mention it later when it shows up, but I have a stray line that I don't know what it is, and I feel like it's going to cause a problem later, and I'm afraid. So I might remake that part to see if that can get that stray line to go away. Come on. Sorry, I'm trying to think, like, height-wise, how this is gonna shake out, but I think this needs to be moved up a little. Up, and then maybe out. Just a touch. That'll look better. Oh god. One more sausage finger left. Cry at the atrocity that is me trying to rig in model hands. Look at those noodles! Have we modeled the evil container yet? Huh? You mean the dumpy? The big booty? This is what we have. Look at the hand. So bad. I'm roughing out all of the body parts right now. So the fingers, I have to do the pelvis in the front and the booba. And I thought I did the neck. Do I have the neck turned off? That was a box attempt. What are you? The finger. Oh. I did. Cylinder, neck. So, you know, we got the outline is not bad to what's going on. Like, the proportions aren't bad. I just need to get in and sculpt soon. I have to do the pelvis here, the rest of the hands, and the chest. Yeah. Curse. Curse. You like the number 3? I like the number 3. Let me get everything off. The leg. There we go. There's the hand. I'm gonna steal that one. Oh. What's better than 3? 4? 8. Right. To the right, to the right, to the right, to the right, to the left, to the left. Now I and let it down. pee myself out. That's okay. You don't need to pee yourself out. We love bad puns here. A delicious sausagey fingers. Pull that down. Okay, so the fingers are pretty much in place. What I want to do is select them all. Cube, cube, cube. Select all of these. Bring them down a touch. And then bring down a touch. Really, I should do the other way. Bring this down a touch. Bring it up. Bring this down a touch. Bring it up. Yeah, that's not horrible. Select everything. Slide it over. We want the thumb. Yeah, let's just grab this and fix it if we can. No, I just want that one. Thank you. Just that, please. Thank you. So what I want to do here is bring the pad part of the hand up a little more. Give this a little slant, right? Because we want like a pad here. A little curve on the bottom. I'll bring you in. Bring you in. What's blue and not as heavy? Light blue? Oh my god, she's missing. I am. I will say, for like not having touched 3D stuff since for almost probably 10 years at this point, I'm kind of getting back into it. I'm not doing so bad. Like if I had to model something simple to print, I could probably do that. It's kind of hard to see what the hand actually looks like right now. Not gonna lie. Kind of hard. Okay. I'll leave it like that. probably fine. We'll tweak the thumb to kind of fit a little more, and then we'll scooch everything up in proportion. Join it together into one object, and then mirror it. And then I don't have to think about the hands for a while, which is usually a win. Oh, I don't have it selectable. That'll do it. I'm like, where's the thumb? Oh, down there. Unselectable. Yeah, I might have the thumb stick out a little more right now. But she's very wide. Let's also bring that in. Little. It looks more doable. This is jank right now, though. Let's fix that. Adjust the shape. These hands sure are something. Sure exist. The shape is just orb. Orb. Okay, yeah, we're gonna... I think this needs another loop cut, actually. Did I... Yeah, I turned this down. But it needs a loop cut in the middle, I think. Yeah, because the palm goes in on the middle. That's probably why it looked so jank. I actually want these to go up and in quite a bit. Be a little to the side. We're also gonna bring you up. Yeah, that should make that a gentler I feel like I'm in like 2000s YouTube. I'll accept it. I accept it. I accept this hand. Yeah. Control J. Do I have to do that in don't think I have to do that in... No. I was like, do I have to do that in mesh mode? No. Actually, I think... Let me... This is too long. That's better. Yeah. Not the foot. Not the feet. There we go. Control J. All right, and then we want a mirror modifier. Now we have a hand on both sides. Wow. Wowee. What we can do is take another quick look. Actually, I might remove the mirror modifier real quick. Take this. I think I made the hands like real large. But I low-key like it. Okay. Because I think the hands, if they were too small, they look kind of weird. I think I can live with that. I can live with that. A little wide. Did I accidentally move it on the origin? No, it's still normal origin. Okay. Alright. Now we go back to object mode, add mirror modifier. Hands are done! Oh, thank God. Yeah, so this is the part I was talking about. I have this stray line. Got me kind of worried. So I might remake that part, but that's okay. We'll roll with it. We'll do other stuff for now. So in object mode, we will add a cube. Once again, we're going to subdivision surface, set it to 3. Turn off optimal display, get into edit mode so we don't move the origin points, shrink her down and bring her up. Hey, take care, Greg. Have a good day. Hope all is going well. Okay. Okay, that's good. Alright, might turn the boot off. What is that? That's the back of the head. Hands are going off. Visuals. I'm honestly Not doing anything too crazy here. We're just gonna split. No. Select R2. Go. Then we're gonna shrink this down. And then we're gonna shrink this down as well. And guess what? We're gonna shrink this down a little bit as well. And I'm actually gonna expand that. I lied. Expanding this. And look, we have like a cone. And the next thing we're gonna do is line it up with the pelvis as much as we can. I might bring this up a little more. And kind of nudge this back. And by the way, if you didn't know, this area, you can't see it because the lights are in the way. But this area right here, there's a bone there. So if anybody's like, oh, that's unrealistic in my art, I was like, that's wrong. That's just like anatomically wrong. It's called the pelvic bone. There's a bone there in the hips. Bones. Hi. Hmm? And essentially, I'm just kind of trying to mirror like how the pelvis might tilt. Because this isn't going to be like the entire thing. You know, there's a little space there. Make it a little wider. Bring it back. Shrink this down. All right. Feel okay with that for what it's gonna be seen as. I might pull it back a little bit. I feel like my height is off on this, but we'll make it work. Actually gonna try and have it like connect to the back, because the part where the bottom connects to the butt, yeah, it's gonna be like down there. So it's not gonna be perfect, but I think I'll have them pulled back and connecting a little. I also feel like I need to add something in here to deal with that gap. It's gonna be quite wide, but I think we'll deal with that as we get to it in the sculpt. Perhaps if we need to put another piece in, we will do so. Yeah, that looks right. Like a bikini line. That looks right against the legs. So maybe even like widen the top a little. Yeah. Yeah. I like that. Okay. We might go in, I might go in and adjust the shape now that we have the cheeks in there. Oh, she's interesting. Did I not add any middle subdivisions? I don't think I did. I think that was before I was adding subdivisions to this. That's probably why it looks a little jank. I might even add, I mean, it's probably overkill to add another one, but I'm going to. And I'm gonna just shrink that in just a touch. That's a little more than a touch. Just so it doesn't look so unnatural. I think that's okay. And I think I will remake the rib cage. I don't like that it looks like that. We'll delete that object. It does make sense to add a middle loop here because that's going to mimic the center line of the body. We can do that and then push it back just a little. And that'll kind of be where the belly button's going to be. In fact, I might pull these up. Just a hair up and back. Maybe shrink. I'm overthinking it again. I really like drawing rib cages, so I'm like, we want the tummy abdomen muscles to mimic the line of the rib cage and the muscles it's attached to. Ha 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 ha. Ooh. Look at that. That looks like a body. Wow. All right, rib cage. We're adding cube. Subdivide surface by 2 more. And display. Going into project mode, shrinking her down, pulling it up. And do that. And we'll do one loop cut in the middle. That should get us closer to the shape that we want. I kind of wish I had started with that. I added the loop cuts late because the rib cage is always the first thing they teach you how to do. And kind of wish I had done it. I'm gonna turn the arms off a little bit. Not that. I don't think I need the legs. Arms off. Let me scoot chat. Can't decide if I want to increase the scale of this or not. I think increase. And then decrease, but pull it down. And we're also going to pull this down to kind of get that like egg shape. And the rib cage is actually tilted. So I'm gonna scooch it back a little and then tilt it up like this. Maybe give it a little stretch to pull. Wrong way. Like that. And then scooch it on back. Let me see how it lines up with the drawing. Pretty good. Not too bad. Yeah, pretty good actually. We're just pulling some things down and up. I don't think I want to overdo some things, so is there a better way for me to select these? I guess not. Look, it looks like a rib cage. Actually, I want to do that along the Z. Scooch it up along the Z, scooch this down along the Z so that it hits the neck right where we want it to. Same here and here. Raise it up where we want it to. Oh my god, it looks like shoulders. Look at that. Gonna increase the width of the rib cage there and decrease. We only want that scale. We don't want the back. I feel like this is kind of overkill. That still feels good. Okay, cool. Ribcage done. Easy. Look, and even that square looks like the neck should connect to it. So that's good. That's a very good sign. I might bring it down just a hair, but it looks pretty good. May not be 100%. I think this line is a little uneven, but yeah, good enough. Yeah. Turn everything on. And let's look at it in shade flat. Hey, look! Oh my god, it's like a person! Butt crack. So powerful. The most powerful booty crack. I do. I'm gonna want, like, those pulled in like that. Yeah. It's gonna take some adjustments in the sculpt, I think. But I think I'm okay with that. All right. On to the premiere part. The chest. The best part. Everybody's favorite part. All right. It's the same thing we do every day, Pinky. We get out of edit mode. We go into object mode. And we add a cube. Subdivide to optimal display. Back to edit mode. Shrink her down. What we're going to do is we're going to do 1, and then we're going to mirror modify it when it's done. So that it meshes along side line. I think if I have it right. Let's turn everything else off. Wrong. Wrong. Ribs, tummy, hands, legs, arm. Okay. I'm trying to think what the best way to subdivide this is. I think thirds. I think thirds and thirds. I think thirds and thirds is gonna be the way to do it. No, thirds and thirds might be too much. Let's see if we can just smush it on its own. we got, because that's a good bottom curve. This over. So we do definitely want some subdivisions here. Probably just down the middle might be okay, because that'll let us do kind of like a teardrop shape. Shrink this down. And we'll do one more subdivision in the middle. Okay. Bring it down. Really want these just to be larger along this line. Bring it down. I might put another subdivide in here. I feel like needs it. Yeah. Very particular. A very particular set of needs. Oh, this looks so silly. So silly from the side. Take the whole bottom part, rotate it that way, scooch it back, scooch it back. Why was that like oh god. I have a special set of skills, don't I? Special set of skills indeed. I'm holding control, that's why. I'm holding caps lock. gonna have a quick look at it. Let's own. Not perfect, but might do. This one, ouch, and and down and down. I want this one be brought closer together along this line. Alright, that's not too far off. Shrink it down a little. Dare I say. Risky move, shrinking them down, but you know, sometimes you gotta do what you gotta do. Add and just add. They're so lumpy. Oh no. Oh no. They're so lumpy. yeah, we're retopoing this. Oh, for sure. Full retopo. I figure it's gonna be used for a VTuber rig. And I'm learning how to do stuff anyway. So we're gonna just sculpt it and do a full retopo, and it's gonna take forever. I know, but I want it to look right. And I feel like I would hate my topology if I just box modeled it, because I get very finicky and I'll overwork stuff. So yeah, we are totally gonna retopo. I'm gonna free ball single vertice movement on the chest real quick. It's all getting retopoed. Egregiously cone-shaped boobs. Possibly. Now they're too wide on that side. Yes, yeah, so I'm just blocking out for the sculpt right now. I'm trying to get the proportions to my model turnaround. And I'm coming from a background of, I've done a tiny bit of modeling in 3D, but I have done a full live 2D rig. So hard could it be? I'm joking, it's difficult. But I'm learning, and that's the most important part. I'm trying to figure out how I want to fix whatever's going on here. We got something going on, but I don't know if I like what it is. Slav, hello, welcome in. No, Live 2D is just 2D, so it's taking a PSD, and essentially it would be like the process of like if you took a bunch of planes in 3D and you put a mesh warp over it. So you're being very specific about the vertices, and essentially in Live 2D is you have like a gajillion planes, and then you very carefully place or auto-generate vertices all over those planes. So instead of just like a grid for a mesh warp, it's usually in Live 2D a bunch of triangles. Ironically, in Live 2D, it's usually triangles. There we go. That's the tuck I want. I just want these to be slightly farther out. You guys should not be that far out. That's the problem here. I mean, there's a lot of problems here. I'm overworking it, which is probably why it's janky. I probably should have restarted from circle, but you know, we're learning. Like, I want more volume here. And I kinda want to rotate this line, and I kinda don't. Actually, that got me kinda close to what I wanted. Maybe I should just scale it. Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah, I should have just scaled it. Ah, fuck, not that. It gets me pretty close. Boob increase. Live 3D? Because live 3D doesn't exist. Cursor in the middle of the mesh and scale it from there. Oh. This might be a thing, I just don't know what it is. So, probably. But it's also not a scale problem for this right now. It's a shape problem. I'm trying to get the volume in a way that I like it. I thought it was a thing. Shape's gonna change when she sculpts. Yeah. Okay, so they don't have to be perfect. This is my first time doing a sculpt, actually. So I wasn't sure if, like, if I fucked up here, would it, go back. Would it affect, down the line? So that would be my concern. I'll probably want some more additive stuff there in between, like, the shoulder and the collarbone, but I'll see if we can add that in the sculpt then. Okay. Big gazongas. I feel like that's still so low. Into Vinian? I don't know what that is. Let me see. Thanks. The hands were hard. The hands were really, really hard. But I'm glad I did turnarounds. I didn't have a side view of my hands for turnarounds, so I'm dying internally. I did use Warudo. I've heard Vinian is good. I have Warudo, I think the paid version, and I tried that out the other day and it seemed pretty cool. So that's one of the things I'm looking at. I think we'll bring that up. I think I know what the problem is. I know what's bothering me. I know exactly what's bothering me. It is neither this nor this. It is both of these need to be tilted. Scooched up a little. That feels better. Yeah, I like that. Thanks. Maybe I'm gaslighting myself. I probably am. I think the head is maybe also a little too far forward, and it was probably in the drawing, but we'll deal with that in the sculpt, I suppose. All right. Head, shoulders, knees, and toes, ears, eyes and ears, and anchors and elbows. Ankles. I don't know the first thing about VTubing. No problem. I've been a VTuber for 7 or 8 years now. I started pretty early, but yeah, so I swapped to Linux in December, and I was starting work on a different version of my VTuber rig, which you saw in the thumbnail. And then I switched to Linux and I grabbed the wrong file to transfer over, and I'm crazy and I hard wiped my PC. So I deleted the current version of my VTuber model, like my full size one. And then I only had the chibi one. Yeah. Because I did the art and I rigged it all. So I just had like the rigging files and I was like, I really don't want to re-rig this. And then I just worked out that with my work, having more experience in 3D would be a benefit for that as well. So I was like, you know what, fuck it, we'll do a 3D model, and 3D will also allow me to be more economic. Like, it's more work up front, but it will allow me to be a little more economical with the stuff I make, so I can like do different outfits and record music videos and use it as a reference for drawings and all that stuff. So that's the plan. I didn't mean to do that in object mode, actually. That's why it's weird. Edit mode. Ooh. Oh yeah, that looks better. That already looks way better. Nice. And then I'll just adjust the face forward a little. I think we can pull the back of the head back a little more. Yeah, at this point I'm just checking the silhouette, that it makes sense. Yeah, most of my 3D modeling was like in college. And I did I did environments a lot. So actually, one of the things I want to do if the model process goes well, and I feel like it is going surprisingly well, but should everything go well, I like the result, I do also want to model an environment for my character to be in, because I really enjoy doing that kind of stuff. I think I've enjoyed modeling an environment every time I've done it, because like when it comes together, you're like, ah, look, a little space to be in. And I think I could do some cool stuff there, because it's going to be like a spacey environment. Select. Yeah, that feels better overall, I think. Why does that feel so thick? Whatever. We're probably gonna make the whole thing, slice it in half, and reflect it anyway, so doesn't matter if it's lopsided. We'll probably do that either before or after we re-topo, so I think that'll be the plan. I think that was better that way. We'll just leave it. Leave it for now. Smush. And we can do that a little. I like that. Lines up. Good. Okay, good. Ears. Ears, please. Ears. Add mesh. Q. Subdivision surface +2. Optimal display. Let's get back to our normal view. Edit mode so we don't change the origin points. God, I really hope I didn't fuck up the origin point, but hopefully at this point it should be fine. Honestly, I probably could have like boxed this. I don't necessarily need a blob, but what we got is what we're using. Sticking to it. Let me bring you down to hit the bottom of the ear. Mush you over. Rotate this way. Bring it out. Bring it up. I'm not going to be too like crazy picky about the ear, I think. I will add one subdivision for the ear because what I want is I believe I can reset the origin by just changing it in the transform tool. I know there's a way to do it, I just don't have to look it up. I'm just paranoid that I'll do it and then not know that I've done it, you know? And then what I'll do is shrink the back and bring it over. And then maybe rotate it out. Yeah. I think we'll bring this out. Bring that over. Probably bring it back down a little. Smoosh. Lots of ear smooshing. Oh god! Oh no, I'm an elf! So I'm trying to bring those 3, but maybe I just want to bring these 2 for that. Yeah, I think that's a better route. Yeah, there we go. All right. Let me move this along this plane a little bit. This plane a little bit is probably larger than I want them to be. And and scooch it on over a little more. Yeah, way bigger than I want them to be. Okay, I like that. I think I can live with that for the start of the ear. Let me just bring this corner up a bit. Scooch those in a bit. Check the back. I like that. Okay. Hey, have a good time. Fucking love Deadlock, man. I figured I should be productive and take a break, and I took my ADHD meds today. So, may as well be productive. Mirror. Haha, yeah. Thanks. I am actually very like, dang, dude, that's my VTuber. That's her in all of her cheeked up gloriousness. The shoulders are a little large, but you know, we'll work on it. But it's all there. Wow. Ah! Also, the other reason I'm doing it myself is there's not a lot of like, one, the population of 3D VTubers is kind of small because there's already the ability to make a Vroid VTuber, which is kind of like starting from a template for VR chat. So, oh yeah, I actually really like the wireframe legs. I might make a skin of it. It's cool. I saw something that was really, really cool. And I kind of want to maybe work it in somehow. It might be a future thing though. But it was Blender update added something that allows essentially in a type of subdivision surface, not subdivision surface, subsurface scattering. And it was like a quicker way to do it. And you could like stick a model inside of another model and like see it with a different transmissiveness. Essentially how you can see like light shining through your fingers. It was that, but better. And it was like easier on your computer. And I was like, oh, that looks so cool. And the way they did it, yes, the way they did it was a skeleton. It was so cool. The tutorial I saw was a skeleton in the bones. And I was like, oh man, gotta put a skeleton in my model now. The flesh, the bones wish to be free. If anybody knows the video I'm talking about, it's like a YouTube short. Please send it to me because I wasn't able to save it. I was like at work and I was just passing by. Okay. Let me look at the guide that I'm following. YouTube has a link to the guide for anyone that is on Twitch that I'm using. It is Brian Sculpt's character modeling guide. I did the hands, did the ears, butt cheeks, booba. Oh wait, he's in the sculpt already. Let me see. So did he join up the whole body? Let me see. Doesn't look joined yet. The whole body is one object, and then the head and the hands and feet are separate. Yeah. Mm-hmm. That's okay. I have the tism. I'll probably enjoy retopologizing. It's fine. I actually really enjoyed so everybody says retopologizing is the worst part of 3D modeling, but I kind of like it because I like having a neat topology. And I hate because I overwork stuff. So I hate when all of my stuff gets messed up because the art meshes, I spent so long. So when you do a live 2D model, like a VTuber that's 2D, you end up having to redo and manually mesh a lot of the art meshes. And I also did a bunch of contour drawings in school growing up. So like, I feel like this is just gonna be a satisfying experience because retopology is essentially just creating like informed contour drawings on your model. Yeah? Makes sense. I can see why you would do it. Not to mention, so I have a version of my VTuber model that I use for like the proportions, which is why I have a good turnaround here. Because it was like a very rough proportion of like a female model. Yeah, so with Live 2D, think of it like you're taking a plane in Blender and you're putting 50 subdivisions in it, right? And you essentially have like this mesh on your plane that you can then warp on, like how you would do fabrics and stuff. That's exactly how you warp a VTuber model. You are essentially taking, like, you're setting up a whole system of parent and child objects and nesting them, and then you're giving everything that sort of mesh, except it's not a grid mesh, it's a bunch of triangles. But you're taking every like cut layer of your artwork, like the chest or the eyes or the face, you're giving it a mesh and you're saying, okay, this is how this is going to deform up to this much movement from like a -1 to 0 to 1. Kind of like, so -1 is going to be all the way to the left, 1 is going to be all the way to the right, 0 is going to be in the middle. Yeah, so it's very like the tech of Live 2D and 3D is very similar. Live 2D just kind of is very in the weeds. It's very like it exists because someone looked at 3D modeling, I believe, and said, we can use this technology on 2D models without having to make a 3D model. And I guess it is in some ways a little less computer intensive depending on how efficient you are with the rigging. So I can see why the technology exists, because you can literally do some of the stuff you can do in Live 2D in Blender in the 3D setup. It would be like essentially you could do the same thing, take planes and essentially cut out your layers, put them on transparent background, assign them to planes, and then warp those planes along the XYZ axis, AXIS, not ACCESS. There's not 2 C's. Fuck. And do the same thing. So there's like a Princess Peach tutorial about it in Blender where they do like 2.5, and that's really cool. And actually, my favorite combination that I've seen so far is there's one person, I think they're most well known for doing like a Moe Shop 3D cover music video, and they were explaining the way that they do eyes, which I actually really like, and I don't think it would work for this VTuber model, but if I do like a low poly VTuber model, I might do that. And they essentially say, okay, we're gonna have the inside of the head showing, but we're gonna color the inside of the head with the gradient that you would use for the back of the eyes so that it's like an empty space. And then the eyes are free floating on a plane within that head. So instead of having to switch out like a face plate for certain emotions, you're actually able to like move and rig the eyes. And I was like, oh, that's cool. It's like a lower poly way to rig the eyes. Yeah. I mean, it's not exactly the same because some anime eyes have some like actual sculpting in them. These are literally just flat planes with maybe like one division each dimension to give it a little arc. I thought it was cool. Yeah, it's literally what fursuits use IRL. It is the same concept. Okay. So they're applying the subdivision and then going into sculpt mode. Gotta look at the mesh and see if it's all, I don't think it's all joined up yet. Let me see. Can my PC handle sculpting and streaming? I think so. I hope so. I hope so. I got a 3080. So hopefully. Well, instructions unclear. I guess we'll figure it out as we go. Instructions unclear. We're gonna go here. We're gonna click the butt. Objects. The butt is attached to the waist. I'm gonna save. I'm gonna save, and then I'm gonna save a separate copy. Titled Sculpts. And save it. And I think that'll be smart. So I don't mess up. Alright, so what we want to do is go and apply. Wait, what just happened? We want to apply the subdivision surface, but keep the mirror. And then we want to go into sculpt mode. And we want to go to inflate, deflate, and let her rip. I feel like I should have done something else. I feel let's turn the strength up. Try the other cheek. You're right, it is probably this cheek. What happened to the mirror modifier? Ah! We already messed up. What happened to the mirror modifier? To the void. Don't save. But my computer wasn't dying, so it seemed fine. All right. I mean, the worst I've had is Sorry. That looked real silly. The worst problem I've had so far is having to sculpt mode. Inflate, deflate. Let's increase the strength a little bit. Oh, I don't know what that is. I technically have a pen tool that I could use. I don't know. Come on. Big booty. You got this. Not really doing anything. Maybe I need to put the size down more? More like to have its scale and location applied. Oh, I need to be on this side. Okay, I do need to be on this side. I don't. I want. I'm gonna put some clay in here. Yeah. Hmm. No, I should just be like 1 meter. Good. Think. Add a cube. Project mode. Add mesh cube. I mean, a cube is like 1 meter, right? Oh, I might be huge. Uh-oh. I'll probably fix that at retopology. 2 meters. Because I wanted to be 6 feet tall. Like half the size of my model. Oh, wait. Merge off. I think that could be what's causing that. I want this part to go out. I can put a dent in there. What? All right, I can change the size of everything. No tall woman. Okay. not the cube? Put it there. The in sculpts. Select. Well, I want to be in object mode. And I don't want to change the origin, but it's selecting the cube. Stop selecting the cube. Okay, you're getting. You, sir. You, sir, are getting put in do not select jail. Don't pass go. Is selectable is off. I'm gonna turn surface. Ah. I'm gonna lose it. I'm actually gonna lose it. Okay, we'll do it the hard way. Das ist cube. Cube. This cube. Fuck. Phoenix. Okay. No! 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 Do I want to be in object mode? Oh, maybe I do want to be in object mode now. Maybe that's okay. How tall is cube? Cube is 1 meter, right? 2 meters. 2. Oh, okay. I thought it was 1 meter for some reason. 2 meter, 2 feet. (6'5". Okay. So I want to be slightly shorter than the cube. So this would leave my scale at... It doesn't say what my scale is. Doesn't it? We can fine tune it later. I'll also fix my roughs. Be a sec. Wait, did you scale on the Z? No, okay. No. I thought it just flat. It's okay, we saved before all of this. That's good. That off. Just the refs. Oh. Select turns. Uh. Not that. Okay. Honestly, what I'll that matched up. I'll delete this. Copy. 90. Wrong 90. Wrong 90. Get her lined up. And then push it back a little. Now when I go graphic, good enough. I'll take it. The profile and the top are not perfect. Yeah. I don't need anymore. I just changed the reference image because I tried to do it in the grease pencil, and the grease pencil didn't want to attach to the plane. Would do it for a cube, but not the plane. There you go. Am I winning, son? Yeah. Yeah, I think we're about ready to get sculpted on the rig. So I think that's I'm gonna label these actually. Actually, I'm going to label these. Face. Neck. I do. Ears. Take a second and label these. The saves? Wait. other. Oh, how frequent I save? Oh yeah. So oh god. Well, so 3D always scares me. So I save quite a lot with 3D. Pretty much anytime I do like a significant thing, I will save a different copy of it. But also I've worked in like professional design, and usually I don't always label my layers, but usually I'll label them like when there's a significant change in what's going on. And then I save a lot and save copies, because you never know when your client is going to come back and be like, hey, actually, do you have the thing we did 3 months ago? And I'm like, yeah, I got it. Also, my work computer crashes. Like, I crashed. So I use Maya for work, and I've been practicing with that. And I was using the mash tool in Maya, and I managed to crash my computer like 4 times in 1 hour. I really pushed it. Ooba. Elvis. Elvis rhymes with Elvis. Arms. Legs. Hands. Feet. Tummy. Boots. Red. We're all labeled. Okay. Time to break it. Why is it not highlighting what I'm selecting? Well, oh, I turned off selectability. That's why. That's why. Ha ha, ha 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 ha. That'll do it. I turned off the ability to select. Booty chicken. All right. Sculpt mode. You best let me. It wants to cut in, not add. Grab. Yeah, grab. That's what I want. It's consensual. Oh. Like maybe too deep. Actually, yeah, I might want to go in and adjust the back. I really feel like I should have put a shape back there, but we shall see. Go Tommy. And we'll adjust that shape. Okay, why is it pulling from the butt now? That's not what I'm trying to move. This is not what I selected. It says selector, still select. It says selector. I gotta go back to object mode, don't I? Back to object mode. Tummy. Click on it. Object mode. Tummy. Sculpt mode. Now it should pull. Yeah. There we go. This to add strong? Wait. I feel like this is kind of too far up. I should have put go further down waist. These don't connect. It looks like I got some dingleberries. Which, you know, tempting modification to add. Sometimes you have the power and you're like, I can, but should I? Hmm. Question: how abusive can I be during the sculpting process? That's too much. Do like low-key wanna add this? It's not smooth. To your heart's desire. Actually, I probably should have checked if I can sculpt symmetrically. But it's fine. No, it's fine. What do we use? Bracket? That's it. We're getting the pen. Can you make a normal version and a modified? I might. I mean, that's not to say I'm not gonna make like a bear version for when I feel like just being a dude with a sick mustache, you know? Yeah, it feels like it's very abrupt and it's changing. You know what? You know what? I think we're gonna go back to object mode. And I am terrified to do this because I'm afraid I'm gonna break something. But I think I'm gonna merge the tummy and the back and the butt. I'm gonna join them. No. Why is it freaking out when I join them? Because is it because there's the sculpt transform on it? Oh, or is it because the subdivision wasn't applied? That's probably why it's a little messy. Yeah, there we go. Subdivision was not applied, which is why that's not connecting properly. Now I should join those in object. Yeah. I have to apply the mirror to the legs, which I'll do. I'll do that. Okay, so now the legs are just the same. We can work on sculpting. Back a little more. Oh, not like that. Hmm. Okay, I want to add Bob. Not actually adding anything. Maybe we smooth it first. Sharp draw. Fill. Deepen. Do I have to choose whether I want the fill or deepen? Press the surfaces upwards towards a flat plane. Useful for that's what we want. Here. But I feel like it's just like not enough. Can I add another subdivide to this, or is that gonna like fuck it up real bad? dot blend. We're going off tutorial here. We really are. Because I feel like there's just not enough planes for it to do the kind of work I want it to do. So if we do another subdivide on these two, which are supposed to be joined. There we go. And we add another subdivision. Surface. We're gonna go super smooth. I mean, maybe one subdivision's fine. Nah, now we're gonna go super smooth because there's some stuff I want to get in there. It's gonna be rough. Okay, back to sculpt. So now this should be, yeah, it's a little more defined. Okay, better. So what we want to do, I actually really want to smooth that line out. Paint. Painting on stuff. Oh, there's a fucking scroll wheel, man. Density, twist, thumb. But moves vertices. Okay. I want that. Where's the smooth? Smooth. Smooth. Layer, fill, deepen, plateau, scrape, trim, boundary. Smooth. I'm blind. Hi guys, I'm blind. What's up? Shit's hard. This is a challenge. Okay, no, that's coming more smooth as it goes. Just didn't look like it was getting smooth on the other side. Let me scooch chat over. Ah. I might slice my model in half. I might slice the model in half. Because right now it feels wrong. Is there a better way to do it? Or have it so that it applies mirrored at least? I don't like that I can't see it as big. feel like that just like moved where that is, but okay. Okay, now we're something. Significant shape changes. We must spray the booty to connect it properly to the back. Just be warned. Looked so messed up. I gotta check the time. Supposed to join video games. Oh, I got time. Okay. Good. I'm gonna be real. Got a shelf butt. So we're gonna make a little shelf butt. It's lumpy. This is like, do you live in the world of fantasy and have a smooth butt, or do you have a lumpy butt? I don't know. Can't you make a normal version and modified? I did. I did. I said, yeah, I probably will. but it's moved. Oh, the one YouTube hid? I might not have seen it. Let's see if I can see it on my phone. Let me see. I just have the short. Let me check OBS. I don't see any moderation here. No, that's fine. That's fine. I may not reciprocate it, but it's fine. I'm not bothered. Too many windows open. Is it like a hit alt or control or something to go the opposite? Yeah, it is. Damn. Dang, those legs do look good as, like, not even sculpted. Hell yeah. Love some thighs. Should actually be down here. I want to add a little there. X mirror? Am I new to modeling? I am pretty damn new to modeling. I would say my experience with 3D modeling is very piecemeal. Top right. Oh! Dang it. I'm gonna have to try and redo it. Back, my friends. We go back a version. Yeah, I'm pretty new to it. I haven't really done any sculpting. I've done live 2D rigging, which takes some of the principles of like basic movement, XYZ for 3D modeling. I've done basic box modeling for environmental objects, and I've done very basic rigging and bone structure and very basic weight painting for like to create a 3D model for visual reference. And then I've also just done like basic stuff to edit 3D prints. So this is probably the most advanced thing I have ever done. Yeah. I think it's going well. All right. Let's do this. When are you gonna learn Blender in-depth video editor? I mean, I did teach myself how to edit in Premiere and barely functionally in DaVinci. Space Warrior. I have a passion that drives me, and it's good butts. Actually want like this area more up. And then down. This is a little high. Okay. This. I'm gonna pinch it together. Schmoove. Well, for animation, you can do full 2D animation in Blender. It's actually pretty good for it. If you've ever seen, Tocharu? They do animations for Legend of Evantress. They do all their animation in Blender. I believe Worth It Kids also does their animation in Blender. These are like really cool animators on the internet. I like how like when I was younger, I was like, I just want to do game design and character design art. I don't want to learn all this extra stuff. And then as an adult, I'm just like, yeah, sure, I'll learn 3D over the weekend. Yeah, whatever. I would not edit the animations in Blender. Yeah, maybe not. Who knows? Maybe I should start using Blender's video animator. Oh. I do not know what your problem is, but I do not like you, little bump. I need this little bump right here to get the hell out of my way. There we go. Is your tailbone? I mean, like, you're right, but for rigging it animation wise, I don't think we want that there. I'm kind of trying to readjust the hips properly. get some of the other stuff I didn't put in the rough there. You're rem maxing. I've had such a bad time playing as rem the last couple of days. Been crazy. I feel like I'm just like la 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 la. Never. Honestly, seriously, your lower back is like very important for being healthy and being able to move, and also being able to like have functional ab muscles. That's just the first thing to go when you get older. I think far out here. You know, I saw Street Fighter artwork like once as a child, and that has immediately affected my art style for the rest of my life. Like, immediately, like, thighs! We must have thighs for days! I'm happy for you. Thanks. I think it's going alright. Here. Flatten that. Like way too muscular up here. Blob out a little. Schmoove. Can we change like our base color? The gray is kind of boring. Can we change the base color? I guess I'd have to put a material to it. Matte caps. How can I? Oh, so paint. Right. That was under. Thought I saw it. Drop down to the right. View. There's so many. You can't just say drop down to the right. There's so many drop downs on the right. Oh my god. Oh. The 4 balls drop down. Got it. Ah. I am not going to do actual skin tone because I think YouTube will bop me. So I will do purple because it is nice. Thank you. Too large. You know what? I'm gonna look at a reference. I'm gonna look at a reference. Um, 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 um. So having a little cut in there is fine. Maybe that's too much. Butt down is good. Actually, probably want a little more here for like silhouette pull. Like a little in there. What's my poly count for the final model? Oh. I have no idea. I have no idea what the poly count's gonna be. I should have set the poly count. I don't know what it is right now. I'm afraid to check. I just know I'm retopologizing everything, so right now it doesn't really matter. But it's not gonna be like a photorealistic model. It's anime style, hopefully. With any luck, it'll be an anime style model. Well, yes. Yeah. I would definitely consider it. Maybe not a game, but I want to use it for streaming. God, I want those to blend better. Limit's gonna be boho. Oh, okay, gotcha. Yeah. I mean, the goal's gonna be to have it be somewhere around like what they use for the Genshin Impact models. I saw the one video that was like, your model will fall on a scale of this to this. Like Genshin, ZZZ. Something kind of along that. So not low poly, but not like Final Fantasy poly either. I'll come back to that. It's like the top of the butt that's throwing me. And the waist a little bit. I think I need like a deep crease. Like here. Because that's where the hips would be. All right, so you would have a deep crease here. And then maybe this comes over. But there's also some fat that goes around right here. Sculpting is going to take me longer than I probably planned to. That's fine. It's my project, so I'm not on a deadline. Yeah, Final Fantasy's gotten a lot better. Maybe that's not the best example. Sorry, Battlefields. Okay, it's gonna be worse before it gets better. It's gonna be worse before it gets better. My animation timeline win? Oh shit. It's gonna be worse before it gets better. I think I see what's going. These are Z fighting right here. Between this and this. But figure it out. It'd be easier to work on the hips if the tum-tum and legs were connected. They are connected. That's what's confusing me. They are connected. This part is not connected. Maybe I should have connected that. No, I did not. I didn't know I had to do that. All right, let's go back. Don't save. Back to basics. All right. Like, no. Fine. Also, because this was better. Right. Legs. And we want to remesh. Remesh. Oh, okay. Okay. Let's see. Mesh. Now it's one mesh. Okay. Go back to matcap. Custom. Purple. Gotcha. Remesh lower if you want. Remesh. Nah, my PC's fine. Now this took a second, but it's fine otherwise. That's better. All right, and we want X mirroring. Go. Room. ass crack. No, it seems pretty good. Ah, no, you're right. You're right. Cheek. A cheeked rival to be. I suppose I can just leave it on remesh and then do a lesser mesh count, right? Yeah. Just leave it like that. Shit. I forgot something. Okay. Like kind of pull up. Increase it up. Bring out. I think maybe that's a little low. Angry butts. Indeed. Look, Hobo. We did so much this weekend, honestly. Look, it's cellulite. Teehee. Chonky. Right? Like fake old leather couch? No. Might bring it down a little. I feel like that's a good uh black better word. That's a good ass crack right there. Ooh, oh, back. Probably gonna want to merge the rib cage in with the back actually before I do too much over there. Oops. Turns on stabilization. Okay, cool. I like it. I do feel like maybe it needs to be higher up. Bring that cheek down a little. I'll cut into that in a bit. Just want the shape right. How much time did you spend on your waddle? 3 hours, all on butt. That hip indent is actually pretty good. I might work with that. The stomach has suffered some consequences. Yeah. There is an option so it doesn't affect back faces. Auto masking, mesh boundary faces, cavity. Under tool. And under one of the drop downs. And symmetry. Gravity. Workspace. I think we can make it work. No dinners for them? Oh, they're poor. They can't afford any more souls. I accidentally turned on animation again. Whoops. Whoopsie. My audio is gone. Moment. Turn the arms off. Yo, this shit looks so good. I mean, the stomach's fucked, but like, yo. Flattened shelf. I feel like I'm in the Sims landscaping. This is what precision VTubing looks like, guys. Lumpy ass cheeks. It's okay, we'll fix it in post. We'll fix it in post. get a smaller trim tool. I have to go back in and cut into that probably. Might want to add some more of the knees up top here. We're gonna bring the calf out a little more just to even out the silhouette, because otherwise I start to look like a chicken drumstick. I want to look like chicken legs. We're gonna raise this calf up a little. Let me smooth that seam. Put in a little here. Those are gonna be a little too much cut in. Actually want a little bump like right in the back because you have a muscle right there that essentially kind of functions like an elastic string from it essentially goes around from here to here. So we'll do this. Oh, make sure that it's raised up. And then really give it a bump here. And then you've got to cut in here. Here from the knee. Pull this back out a little actually. A little overkill. Knees. Let's smooth. This a little extra. Also a little pinchy. Maybe we get in down there like that. Pull this out. I don't know, maybe that looks weird. Sort of kind of weird, but not bad weird. See if I can nudge the knee up a little more. Breaking. I'm actually gonna pull that back. And that's just gonna make, I think, the leg a little more dynamic. I'm kind of exaggerating it being flatter in the front versus curved around the back. And so men's legs tend to be much more pronounced with the calf muscle, but on women, the calf muscle is quite smooth and it's not as lopsided. It is still lopsided. It's not a perfect, it's not ever going to be perfect amount on both sides. Probably way too much cut in on the calf. I ain't that ripped, you know? Smaller brush. Dang, we really got the Street Fighter build going. I might actually have to dumb it down if I want like an anime art style. So we'll see how much we can dumb it down in retopology. Probably gonna go back and take another look at the knees, but not do too much. A bit much. Yeah. Loki, I feel like this is starting to look like, I don't know, like a satyr leg. I don't see it like a person legging anymore. How did these end up even more chicken leg than before? What happened here? Hey hobo, what's up? Back. Okay. I think for now, we're gonna leave the legs like that. I'm gonna come back to the butt at the end. I think we'll come back when it's like attached to the ribs. All right, but that being said, I should probably hop off. I've been at this for 3-ish, almost 4 hours probably. That's gonna be it for me for the night. We may have another model working day in the future, but I think the next stream is gonna be a gaming stream. Thanks for hanging out. Sorry for rescheduling from Friday. I normally stream Tuesdays and Fridays, 6 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. But I needed to take it easy and rest on Friday. But this is fun. Thank you for hanging out, and thank you for all your advice. It's actually been super helpful. I'm looking forward to where we go from here. Hopefully we'll have more progress before the next stream. And maybe next stream we will be doing retopology. I have a feeling we might still be sculpting though. So we'll see. But I'll catch you later. Have a good one. Bye-bye!